all of our examples worked out where we had a solution, but that's not always the case. Sometimes we don't have a solution. Sometimes we have a solution that is every real number. So I'm going to show you what happens to get a problem like that. So let's take a look at the question on the left here. We have 3 parentheses, x minus 6, close parentheses, plus 2x equals 5x minus 1. Okay, so as we did before, you want to start by simplifying the left side and the right side separately. So on the left side of the equation, I can see I can distribute. So we have 3x minus 18 plus 2x. Now I can simplify that even more because 3x and 2x, I don't need to write that separately. That's 5x. And then minus 18. Okay, the right side of the equation, I'm going to bring that down. So now at this point, I can see what's going to happen. And eventually, if you can't see it now, you will be able to eventually. I'm going to continue to try to solve this. So I'm going to do minus 5x on each side. And that leaves me with negative 18 equal to negative 1. This is a statement that's not true, right? We call this a contradiction. Okay, so negative 18 does not equal negative 1. We're unable to solve for the variable, so therefore we have to interpret what happened. Our interpretation is that this is a contradiction, and the answer to this question is going to be no solution. Whenever you have an equation that ends with a contradiction, the answer is no solution. Okay, what questions do you have about that?
So usually our x, they both canceled out each other.
Yep.
And that's the reason why we can't solve it, because we couldn't even bring the x down, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so let's take a look at the question on the right here. You have 6x minus 12 plus 2x equal to 4 parentheses 2x minus 3 close parentheses. So as before, I want to first simplify the left side of the equation, then simplify the right side. So the left side, I can see I have a 6x and a plus 2x. There's no reason why they need to be written separately. 6x and 2x is 8x. Okay, the left side has been simplified. The right side, that can be simplified by distributing. So I get 4 times 2x, which is 8x, minus 4 times 3, which is 12. Okay, at this point, I can see what is going to happen. Maybe you can too, but if you can't, eventually you will. We're going to continue to try to solve this. I'm going to subtract 8x from each side. So that leaves me with negative 12 equals negative 12. I can keep going. I don't need to. The variable is gone. You cannot solve for the variable. Therefore, we need to make an interpretation. Now, negative 12 equals negative 12. This is a true statement, right? We call this an identity. Okay, so the answer to this, whenever you have an identity, the answer is all real numbers. So what that means is I can choose any real number and it'll be a solution to this equation. 0, 1, 2, 10, 100, a million, negative 1002, negative 15.11111. Doesn't matter. Whatever you pick, it's a solution. That's why we say all real numbers. So whenever you have a special case like this where your variable disappears, you can't solve for the variable. It's gone. It goes to 0. You must make an interpretation based on what's left. So it's either going to be a true statement, that's an identity, or it's going to be something that's false, that's your contradiction.